Let's make something delicious. For this chicken pot pie soup, we are starting with 6 tablespoons of salted butter. We are going to add in about a half a cup of chopped onion that I chopped earlier in the day. Now, all of this chopping you can do earlier in the day. That's why I've got it in Ziploc bags, because I did it earlier in the day. We also have 2 cups of chopped carrot and about a cup and a half of chopped celery. You want to make sure that a lot of your vegetables are chopped in similar sized pieces. It will help them get done around the same time. Now you want to stir that around, get it all coated really good in the butter. Now you want to season it up, because last time I checked, vegetables don't come off the plant or out of the ground seasoned. So you want to season it up really good with a couple of good pinches of salt. I'm going to go about 2.5 good pinches of salt. Some black pepper, depends on how much you like. Whenever I add salt and pepper, it's always to taste. If you don't like as much as I do, don't put as much as I do. We like things seasoned here. Now I'm going to add some granulated garlic. Again, that's up to you. If you don't want granulated garlic in it, don't put it in there. But we like flavor here. Now you want to stir that around, get everything nice and coated, and get the vegetables starting to get tender. This should take about 5 minutes, because you have to add something else that will have to start getting tender as well. Now it's been about 5 minutes and your vegetables are starting to get tender. You're starting to see around the edges of your onions, you're starting to see them getting a little translucent. But now you have to add something else. This is about 1.5 pounds of baby potatoes. I'm using baby potatoes. You don't have to use baby potatoes. You can also just use big potatoes. As you can see, I left the skin on and I just quartered these because they are baby. But if you're using regular potatoes, you will want to peel the skin off and you will want to cut them into bite-sized pieces. This is about 1.5 pounds. So you want to go ahead and throw those in and get those all coated with your butter as well. Your butter and now your vegetable juices. Your vegetable juices are all coming out now too. So get them all coated up. Now, because potatoes don't come out of the ground seasoned, and I always tell you to season as you go, add a little bit more salt. Not a ton this time, but just a little. Add a little bit more salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Now you want to let these cook for another probably about 5 minutes. Now it's been about 5 minutes and your potatoes are starting to get just slightly tender. You don't want them to be falling apart at this point. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of dried thyme, because I personally love dried thyme in my chicken pot pie. If you like a different herb, go with a different herb. If you don't like any herbs at all in yours, don't put it in. But I'm telling you, the thyme goes great in it. Now we're going to add 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. You just want to sprinkle it all over all of your veggies, because you're going to make a roux to start thickening your soup. So you want to toss all your veggies in that, and you want it all to be absorbed into it. And you want to let that cook for about 30 seconds to a minute, so that the dry flour taste will cook out of it. Now we are going to add 6 cups of chicken stock. You want to add it about 1 cup at a time. And for those of you paying really close attention to my measuring cup, yes, I only have a 4-cup measuring cup. I will have to add 2 more cups after I add that 4. But add it about 1 cup at a time, stirring between each addition to make sure that you don't have lumpy soup. You don't want lumpy soup. Now, stock is seasoned, but potatoes absorb a lot of salt. So you want to do a couple of little pinches of salt and re-season. At this point, I'm not going to add any more granulated garlic, just some salt and pepper. Now, this is on about medium heat, and you want to bring it up to a boil. Then you want to turn it down to about medium-low, and once you turn it down to about medium-low, put a lid on it and let it cook until your potatoes and your vegetables are tender, which will probably take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes depending on how big your potatoes are. Now, if you're going to have pot pie anything, you have to have a crust. But you can't put crust on soup. So these are going to be toppers for your chicken pot pie soup. Now, this is one sheet of puff pastry. Now, if you are serving this whole batch of soup tonight, then you want to go ahead and do both sheets of puff pastry and go ahead and bake them off. But if you're like us and this is going to be a 2-night meal for us, don't bake the second one till the next night. When you're getting ready to eat the next night, bake off your second sheet. Now I've just unfolded it. I haven't rolled it out or anything, and just cut it into 3 pieces, and then cut each one of these pieces in 3 pieces. That way you've got little squares that you can just lay on top of your soup, and you can dig down through it and eat your soup and get a nice crispy crust with it. Now we have them all on a parchment lined cookie sheet. We have the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Now we have 1 large egg that I have added a splash of water and just beat it till it was starting to foam just a little bit. And you want to brush each piece with your egg wash. It'll make it get nice and brown and nice and shiny on top. Now if you don't care about it getting nice and brown, then you can skip this step, but it's going to seal it much better if you go ahead and do the egg wash, and it will help the next step as well. Now, because you want to have some flavor on this puff pastry, now you want to sprinkle on just a little bit of salt on top. Don't go crazy with it, just enough to give it a little seasoning. Now you want to pop this into your 400 degree preheated oven and bake until it's nice and puffed. I mean, it will look like little pillows. It'll be nice and puffed and golden brown. Now it's been between 10 and 15 minutes, and my potatoes are nice and tender. And as you can see, the soup is thickened nicely. It's not overly thick, because you don't want it overly thick. This is a soup. So now, what is chicken pot pie soup without the actual chicken? So this is about 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast that I cooked earlier. You can cook them any way you want. You can either roast them, or you can cook them in the Instant Pot. You can cook them any way you want, or you can use a shredded rotisserie chicken, or you can cube it up. If you don't like your chicken shredded in your chicken pot pie, then cube it. Now that is stirred in, and this is smelling amazing, by the way, we are going to add, and this is entirely up to you, anywhere from 1/2 cup to 1 cup of heavy cream. It depends on how creamy you want it. If you want it very creamy, add more. If you don't want it all that creamy, add less. I added about 1/2 cup there, and that looks like it's going to be plenty creamy for me, because it looks really nice right now. Be sure and keep a close eye on that puff pastry. You don't want that to burn on you. Now, for my little secret ingredient for anything pot pie related, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of full fat sour cream. It adds a nice little tang, a nice richness. Anytime I do anything pot pie, homemade pot pie, anything, I add just a touch of sour cream to it, because it adds a nice little tang that breaks up the richness, and it adds a great flavor to it and just sets everything off. But remember, when you add sour cream to anything, it takes away some of your seasoning, so you will probably have to go back and season again. Now look at these beautiful pillows of deliciousness.
It's beautiful.
Aren't those gorgeous? They just come out of the oven, so they're perfectly inflated right now. They will deflate a little as cold air hits them, but it'll still be delicious. It'll still be fine. So our soup is nice and done. And now I'll show you how to plate it all up. Put our soup in a nice bowl, and you want to take a couple of your little puff pastry puffs and set them right on top of your soup. And as you eat, you can add more puff pastry puffs, or you can just go with that however you want to eat it. This will be great on a cold winter's day with lots of snow falling like we're having right now. So enjoy this soup, and remember, come back next time to Angela K's Kitchen, where I take you from gourmet to everyday and everything in between. God bless.